Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Gongora, your host of The Voice of South Florida, bringing you the most exciting people in law, government, music, and entertainment. And we're back in 26 with one of the most exciting local people and entertainment making national and international headwaves in RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. And that is our very own Athena Dion. Welcome, Athena.
Woo, thank you so much. Hello, South Florida. Hello, Michael. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here today.
We're excited to have you, and I may say you look beautiful.
Thank you. I would have to agree with you. No, thank you.
You're looking amazing.
Thank you so much.
So as I've been watching the show, knowing you over the years here in Miami, I've been really interested in how you became Athena Dion. So I did a little research.
Okay. You Googled me.
I wasn't quite sure if you were from Greece originally, but I believe you are from the wonderful Greek community of Tarpon Springs, Florida, right?
Yes, I hail from it's like Greek Town, USA. So it's kind of like a little slice of Greece right here in Florida, Tarpon Springs.
Well, I love it because I actually went to high school in St. Petersburg.
Okay, so Pinellas County,
right.
Close, yeah.
I know Tarpon Springs very well. We played against each other in football, not me personally.
Not me either.
But we were definitely in the same area.
Awesome.
So how did you get from Tarpon Springs to South Florida?
I know, quite a journey, right? Well, basically, I was born in Tarpon Springs. My father's side of the family lives there, and both my parents are Greek, so obviously we were in a thriving little Greek village on the Gulf Coast. But then my stepfather's actually in the military, so I'm a bit of an army brat. We left Tarpon, we started traveling the world. I've lived in Germany, England, Alabama, North Carolina.
My mother's from Alabama.
Who is?
Yeah, my mom.
Oh, your mom? What part of Alabama?
Birmingham.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not from the big city in Alabama. I'm from this tiny little city called Enterprise, Alabama. You would never believe I spent 7 years of my life there. But North Carolina, Georgia, and then we ended up here in South Florida 2001. And my stepdad eventually retired. And I kind of just grew up here after that.
It's a great spot to be.
It is, especially to kind of get into this business. It was.
You are. I'm actually local. I was born here, so I love it. And I love the whole scene from when I was very young till now.
Yeah.
So let's take it to you. I read in an interview that you were out at Discoteca, which I remember Discoteca pretty well.
Not true. Whatever you read is not true at Discoteca. I'm kidding.
You must have been a baby.
Did you ever pass through Discoteca once or twice? Maybe. We don't kiss and tell, South Florida.
Exactly. Right? I may have been there.
Maybe not.
So you, from what I read, and I'll let you tell the story, actually ran into somebody that ended up becoming very important in your life, your partner, who was already a well-known drag performer, Vegas Dion. So tell us about that.
Oh my God, you're taking me back so long ago. Well, Discoteca was like, this is before cell phones, before like, it really was.
Thank God.
It was before like smartphones, I should say. It was before smartphones. So people were actually still going out to like meet people at that time. It was before RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was, I think, just either of age or underage, and I really wanted to go to the big club of the time, which was Discoteca. It was this huge warehouse. All the gays would go there. They would have fabulous drag shows at like 2 a.m. It was amazing. It was like a wonderland for me. So I went with like a friend of mine. I was just kind of getting into the scene at that point, and I saw Vegas Dion performing, and it was just like mind-blowing for me. I was like, I think my first real drag performance to see up front in person, and I just fell in love with the whole idea of it. And, at the time you're kind of so starstruck, you don't know, like, am I really in love with like this person or just like this energy? Like, what is it that's so compelling? But just the whole environment just had me swoon. And long story short, I won't get into the courtship of it all, but we did end up getting together. And this is before I was doing drag.
That night?
Not that night. Not
okay.
that I was just a little boy with my dollar bill in the front, just like waving away and trying to get her attention. But I saw all the drag queens. TP Lord's the legend. She was there. There was all kinds of amazing queens that I was just falling in love with. And long story short, we did end up meeting at some point, and we did have like a little bit of a relationship. I was the little twink carrying the bags behind her, running from gig to gig, at one point in my life. And we had a really nice relationship. And when we parted ways, I was like, I think I want to do what she's doing. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me go ahead and see if I can get some makeup on. And there was a club in Fort Lauderdale, I don't know if you remember, called Living Room.
Of course.
Living Room nightclub. They gave me my first opportunity, and it was to be a door hostess at the front door. Had never done drag in my life. I just got out of this relationship with the biggest drag queen in the world, in my world, in Miami. And I was like, I think I could get this job, So I had my friend do my makeup for me, and I threw on a dress, and I went to audition for the part, and I was there against another queen, but the owner said, I like you, you've got something, and he hired me on the spot. So then I started doing my thing, And slowly but surely, Vegas came back around and was like, okay, I see you now. You kind of had to like earn your stripes back then. You know, it wasn't so easy to do drag. And she kind of noticed that I was really working hard to be a drag queen. And she's like, well, listen, if you're going to do drag and you're going to be anybody's drag daughter, you're going to be mine. So I was like, well, this family tree is taking quite a turn. So I ended up becoming Athena Dion after that. That's a very long story shortened.
I love it.
But it was kind of a really nice relationship. And we are still very close. We're very close friends. And he's become just such a mentor in my life and done amazing things with his career as well. And we're just very much still present in each other's lives.
Oh, I love that. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
And Athena, what a great name for somebody of Greek descent.
I know. I had to pay tribute, you know? I had to, because I'm Greek people are very proud of being Greek. I mean, you know, just I feel like everybody is. Like when you're in America and you're a family of immigrants, you rep that place that you come from really strong. So I was raised in a Greek household, and we kept the language and the food and the customs. And I'm just going to take this with me into my professional career, and I do. I try to infuse it in everything I do as Athena.
Well, you've branded it well, so congratulations. Okay, would Vegas be considered your mother?
Yes, she's my drag mother. Yeah. Okay. I took her name. I kind of carried the legacy that she had built because she was just such a presence in the Miami community. She was a legendary queen, you know. She did so many amazing things. She created so many spaces for us back then, you know, and she just was like the blueprint, you know what I mean, for me and for so many people that don't even know what they're doing on stage was created kind of by her. And I think a lot of drag queens don't understand, like a lot of these things that you do, that you've seen other queens do, you don't know where it came from, those legendary queens before you. And I mean, that's part of like, kind of like the torch or the school that you come from in drag, especially from like a really jam-packed entertainment community like Miami. There's a lot of schooling going on.
For some of our viewers that are less familiar with this whole scene, maybe you could explain for them, what does the whole concept of being a mother mean?
Right, because I'm a drag mother now.
Grandmother.
We don't use the G word, Miami. We don't use the G word in public, okay? I don't know. My family tree stops at mother, okay? Or mature mentor. You know, a lot of people will have mixed opinions about what it is to be a drag mother in a drag family. And I think for me, and having a huge drag family, it boils down to having like really a personal relationship with the people that you're calling family. I mean, drag family is important because as queer people, you may not have the support of your biological family, or you may not have biological family. You may not have that, you know, white picket fence household that everybody dreams of having. So when you venture out on your own, you start to decide who you are in the world. You kind of have to find your tribe of people that went through stuff you went through, understand who you want to be, who you are, where you came from, and then you just kind of fuse together and you help each other out. And I'm so blessed to have been able to do that for so many people. But what people don't understand is your drag children can also be there for you too. You know, like you learn a lot because you're still growing as a person. I mean, we're always still growing. And as long as you're still learning, you're still growing, you know, and I feel like we have that relationship. So
you are mother to how many people?
Oh my God, 200,000, 525,600. It's a vast family, and I think there's 50-ish.
Oh my goodness.
Something like that.
You've had a very active life.
She is fertile. Gosh.
So, okay, you've come to Miami, and where I really got to know you on the scene, you very quickly, it seemed to me, having been somebody older, really like rose the ranks to be like the premier entertainer, drag performer, personality at so many events, whether it's top clubs, charities, save, awards things, you're just everywhere.
Yeah.
So how were you able to rise the ranks so quickly?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people, I mean, this may be a cliche, but like my mom would always say, like when we were thinking about like, what do you want to do when you grow up? She's like, find something you love to do and the money will come. You know what I mean? Like, don't think of chasing the money. Think of what you love to do, because if you love to do it, you'll do it well. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what I did. I didn't really have a plan starting drag. I just knew my personality, and I just thought, I think I'd be really good at this, you know? And I wanted to be doing all the things that you just mentioned. Like I wanted to be at all these events. I wanted to be a spokesperson. I wanted to be part of the community. I wanted to be a drag mother, a leader. I wanted to be all these things. I didn't know how to do it. I just wanted to be that. And I think you just learn along the way. And I think you just have to stay really true to yourself. Keep your eyes really like the blinders of distraction on. and remember like what you're doing it for and how much you love it, because it's a labor of love. Drag is not something for the weak. I think you really have to love this art to be good at it and not drop out of it, because it takes a toll. So I think that was it. I think I was just doing what I wanted to do, what I liked to do, and I did it well and honestly, and I guess people liked it.
Who were like your mentors or people you looked up to or idolized when you were starting out?
There was a lot. I mean, I always say Adora is like one of my favorite drag queens in the world. She's such a legendary queen in South Florida, and she really stamped her kind of like brand on this city, South Beach especially, Vegas, TP. Like these are queens that I look up to, like Daisy Dead Petals, like in the entertainment world, Latrice Royale. You know, I could go on because we have such a very populated area of entertaining queens, but also in personal life, like my
watching the show, it seems like half the contestants are from Florida.
I know. Season. Well, because Florida has some freaking heavy hitters when it comes to drag and entertainment. I mean, we have a culture of drag here that's like no other, and I think that's showing. But personally, I would say like my mother, my grandmother, you know, my parents. I think they kind of instilled like a lot of like work ethic into me as well.
Wonderful. Well, one of the things that you've been involved in is Our House. I mean, you have been headlining Our House now for several years. It's really become a big thing. How'd you get involved? What do you do there? What are some fun stories you can share with us?
Oh my God. It's an experience. I mean, I feel like anybody who lives in South Florida has been to Our House.
Hello. If you haven't been,
where
Sunday
are you?
Brunch, Friday night, check it out.
What rock are you living under? Yeah, they do viewing parties on Friday. They're Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the drag spot to be. And I've been there for 10 years. It's been wonderful. You know, it was really a homegrown situation. You know, we're not this big corporation. We were kind of just feeling the pulse of what the city wanted at the time, and we're just delivering it year by year and just expanding, getting bigger and getting better. And I feel like it was such a community project that, you know, the community supported us, we gave back what we could, and now it's just become such a beautiful venue to go and just be with people that you recognize and celebrate drag, have great food and enjoy. It's become such a wonderful hometown spot to just be. You know what I mean? I think every city really needs something like that.
I love it. I was so sad to be out of town during the opening night of RuPaul's Drag Race because I saw there was an amazing party.
Yeah.
So next time you're in town, if you're hosting again, though, I got to make sure to check it out.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's great.
You've also given back. I've seen you've been involved with a lot of nonprofits, one in particular, Save. I've seen you hosting many years, and I believe you were awarded one of the main awards for your activism. Tell us what makes you active with Save, and what do you like about giving back to the community?
You know, it's just, I'm always available, and that's the one thing I want to do. Like outside of performing, you kind of want to you want to leave some kind of imprint on the community that you're serving and you're performing in. And they reached out to me and we had a great relationship. And I say, yes, I'll go to the opening of an envelope, honey. You know what I mean? Like I'll do it. And they just have such a great program and they do so much. And it was just a way for me to like use my platform and just to be visible and show up for the community that's being visible and showing up for me. And I love to do that. I really do. It's fun because you get to see all the people that are coming to the shows and be with them in a different environment. And I'm a talker, so I love to host things. You know what I mean? I love to get up there and present and host, and that's just what I love to do. So it worked out really great. And I really think it's important to have these kind of organizations, especially in times we're living in now. You know what I mean? They're important more than ever in the good times and the bad times. You know what I mean? Because when we were riding the wave high, you can't forget that one day it may go down. You have to be there for them in the highs and the lows. And
That's
I think
beautiful.
that's important.
I agree. And the people love you, Athena. I mean, you've received a number of awards. There's some gay newspaper that I always seem to get nominated as best activist against Athena, and every year
I don't know why that happens. Like
Athena
I'm like
wins, and I'm first runner-up. I'm always left like waiting for my crown.
Why do you guys put me in this situation? I don't know what I'm doing. No, because you're like, you do everything. I'm like, why are you guys putting me against Michael Gongora? It's crazy.
I love it. If I'm going to lose to anybody, I'm honored to lose to you. Greek goddess.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like a drag is very political in nature. And I feel like especially now you hear in Florida, they don't want drag anywhere. And I feel like just getting up in drag and showing up is an act of rebellion against the oppression. You know what I mean? And I feel like staying visible throughout this, the hard times, is such a beacon of light for people that feel like they're not being seen. You know, like our community feels invisible right now. And if they're seeing drag queens out there at these events or on the front lines or doing things, they're like, that's me. She's representing our community because we get all this attention. Look at us, you know? And I feel like just showing up is a big act of stepping up for your community.
It's a political statement.
It is
for
a
sure.
statement. Mm-hmm.
And right now with, the government like cutting back on Pride and banning the rainbow flag.
Can't get rid of us, honey. You can cancel Pride all you want, but we're still going to be here. You know what I mean? Like, we're still here. We're going to seep through the cracks.
So ridiculous. One of the projects I worked on when I was commissioner was creating the rainbow crosswalk on Ocean Drive. So it was so horrible to be out there when the state sent people with bulldozers to rip up those rainbow pavers. I mean, what a waste of money.
It was the most beautiful one.
It was.
I'm going to be honest with you. And this shout out to everybody that had a rainbow crosswalk. We had the most beautiful one. We really did. It was brick and it was Art Deco. It was so creative. Mm-hmm. It, like, watching that happen that day was like the most heartbreaking thing ever.
It was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible. But we got to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And we will put up the fight.
Yeah.
All right, Athena, so tell me about you. What titles have you won? I always hear people are miss this, miss that, misunderstood.
I know. I'm misunderstood. Misunderstood 2026. Because when you start drag, you think you have to do pageants to kind of get out there. You think you have to win all the pageants and you're going to be that queen. I've competed in a lot of local pageants. Miss Miami Beach Pride was my favorite to win, actually, because that's when I feel like I really took a turn into what I wanted to do as far as like community service and giving back and using the platform. And that gave me the opportunity to do that. But I've won like a lot of local stuff, like Miss Noche Latina, Miss Ultimate Miami when they had it at the casino. I've gone to Continental in Chicago a few times. I won the prelims here. And pageants are great because they kind of fine tune you. You know, when you get a little bit off the road and you're starting to like lose yourself a little bit, they bring you back to being a more polished queen. You know, you got to wear the glove, put the hair right, do this, do that. So it kind of brings you back to your drag correctly. So I always do like that to kind of recalibrate. But the titles are great. It's nice to have friendly competition amongst your sisters from time to time and keeps the spirit alive.
I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race with you on
Speaking of competitions.
Yes. And I think RuPaul said that you are the draggiest drag
Michelle
queen.
Visage actually said that. She said, yeah, and it was for me, who's been auditioning for this show, since Latrice got on in the 4th season. So it's 13 times, right? For me to be on that stage, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but I was on the stage for a certain reason. And Michelle was like, you are the draggiest drag queen of this season. And I was like, mouth to floor. I'm like, I couldn't have asked for a better compliment because like, I really love the art of drag. For me, it's about so much history and legacy and stuff. And for her to say that to me, I was like, oh, you see me. Like, it was such a validating moment to be on that stage and hear that, because it was like everything I've gone through to get there, all the time it took, all the auditions. It was like, I want just people to see like who I am. And she did in that moment. And that felt great.
I think it's coming through. Let's take it back a second. You just said you auditioned 13 times.
Yes. Yes.
Is that a record?
It is, actually. I think I broke the last record, which was like 12 or 11 or something. It became ritual for me. It became ritual. And the casting call would come out. I'd be like, well, it's that time of the year. Let's put the tape together. What are they asking for this year? I would start to do my thing and I would send it in. I would set it and forget it. Never hear back. It was just a ritual thing annually that I would do. I was like, they're never going to do it. I had like this glass thing in my house, metaphorically, break in case you get the call. You know what I mean? I had dust all over it by the time I got the call. So when I did get the call that I was going to go on, I was like, who's prank calling me right now? This can't be for real. And it's
a friend of mine pranking.
Yeah, I know they know better. I would lose my mind. But it was such an out of body experience. It still is an out of body experience, but it's been great. It's just been the most right. It's been the most correct I've ever felt in my life right now. And it feels wonderful.
Well, it's a huge platform. I think the readings are through the roof this season.
We broke a record.
Hello.
Yes, the premiere episode broke a record in Drag Race history. It was the highest rated premiere of a regular season.
That is amazing. And I think you're a large part of it.
I was all over that episode, yes.
Alberto, okay, we tune in, my partner. And first person up, it's Athena.
The drama queen.
The most edits, Athena. Every time there's like a turn away from the camera to get like a little expression, Athena. Like you're all over the place in the first episode.
What can I say? Yay. The camera loves me. I did not expect that. Like when you're there, you're terrified. Like you're scared. Like, well, we all were. Like even me, I mean, I'm a veteran. I've been through worse things. You know what I mean? I've done a lot. But you're in there finally. You've waited forever. You've prepared for months. And then it's the first day. They keep everything a secret from you. You walk in. You're meeting all these girls. You don't know who they are. You know the cameras are everywhere. It's just so much going on. And I'm like, I thought I was like as meek as a mouse. I thought I was not saying anything. I thought I was too timid or something. Now watching it back, I'm like, I don't shut up. Like, pull the mic, girl.
It's good. I enjoy it.
Thank you. It's been good. I mean, no press is bad, right? I mean, all press is good, right? Something like that.
And as a side note, you know, we always look at like who looks good in and out of drag. And I think you've got like the hot out of drag role on the show this season.
Well, they say you can't say it about yourself. So I'll thank you for saying it. Like if you say it about yourself, it's not true. So I will thank you.
Yeah. I see you working out on Instagram.
See, I have to,
there's gym selfies too. People.
I got to get myself cleavage one way or another, you know?
If you want to see Athena in and out of drag, follow Athena on Instagram. You're
follow
my
Instagram. Yeah, please. I need more followers.
Yes. All right. So episode 2, we turn in. We are like stunned. We see that you are not chosen by one of these teams to do the girl group. And you look ticked.
Here's the thing. A lot of people think you go on that show and you create this new character for the screen, for the cameras. I am myself. I'm sorry. Let's ask America. If you were not chosen to be on a team, how would you feel? You'd feel bad.
Yeah.
I felt bad. And I'm not like I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's just how I am. I'm very upfront with my emotions. And I just respond. I'm very reactive. That's just how I am. You know, love me or hate me. That's it. So what you see is what you get. And I was perturbed. I mean, I wasn't taking it out on anybody but myself. I was just trying to get through the emotions, and it felt like crap not to be chosen. I will say that. And they had a great storyline out of it, which, you know, you're welcome.
It's a good storyline. You're like Queen Bee in episode 1.
And then they humbled me very quickly in episode 2. I'm here for it. Like I said, I've auditioned 13 times for the show. Bring it all on. Yeah. I mean, I want the whole experience. You know, supersize it, give me the fries, extra large Coke. I want all of it. Let's do it. You know, if we're going to do it, let's do it big. So why not?
The part that I find so hard is like these sewing challenges. You have to make outfits out
on the
of
first
strange
day,
materials.
On the first day, you're like, go into this drunk storage room, grab a couple shower curtains, some loofahs, and make an outfit for your first walk on RuPaul's Drag Race main stage. I'm like, what am I doing? You know, because we thought it was going to be the talent show, because historically it is. And then I took a bunch of sewing classes. I was ready. I went there with 3 patterns. They got one of them on episode 1. I was like, you got 2 left. Okay, that's it. I'm not a sewer. I'm not a seamstress. I can design my stuff, but I don't sew it. And like I said on the show, I pay good money for better people to sew my things.
Exactly. Well, you can't do everything well, but to show you have to have so many talents.
You do. And they get up in there and those beads of sweat, they're zoomed in, you know, while you're stressing out how to cut the shapes out and everything. It's going to be fun.
At the end of episode 2, when your team was brought out, you know, we correctly predicted. We were like, there's going to be a lot of drama. Darlene, I think is the name of the one that was on your team. She was just so cute with that weird note. We're like, she's for sure going to be safe first. Yeah. They're going to stretch it out for drama, and then Athena's going to be safe.
I didn't know that. I'm glad everybody knew that but me. I was so scared I was so scared that I was like, this is not going to happen. This is the first elimination. Like my mind was like swarming. We were all going through, we were all dealing with the whole we didn't get chosen syndrome. We were all feeling it, whether some showed it more than others. And so we did have to have a moment where we had to take a beat away from the competition and talk to each other, be like, we are good. We're amazing drag queens. This has nothing to do with who we are. The cards fell where they fell, and this is just how it is. Yeah. We had to really be there for each other. And they didn't show a lot of that, which I wish they would have, because it was such an important part for our kind of story. Because besides the competition, we had to be like, you are worth something. You are worth being here. Nobody chose any of us, but we're still going to do our best. And we did put our best foot forward. And none of us are choreographers. None of us are professional dancers. And we worked with what we had, you know, and we did a good job.
Did a good job. I felt bad. It's always sad to see somebody get eliminated, but RuPaul did get in a good, like, dismissal line, like, Didi Fuego, hasta luego.
I know. Poor Didi. I love Didi so much, too. She's such a good girl.
Are you taking her to Mykonos?
She said I was, right? I was like,
I think I saw saw that on the show.
Did I promise her that?
Let's talk about that for a minute, because you have a summer residency every year at Jackie O.
Oh, I love
Mykonos.
it. Yes.
I need to go back. I've only been there once. I'm overdue for a Mykonos vacation.
Yes, everybody needs a Mykonos vacation. I need a Mykonos vacation. I go there to work. I'm like, I would love to go to Mykonos and see what it is to be like on vacation here.
It's pretty amazing, I can tell you.
Thank you. Take your word for it.
It's like August is like peak of season.
Yeah, it's very, very hot. A lot of people go in August. September's a good month too.
Yeah. Is that when you're there, August, September?
I'm usually there. I mean, I've done June, July, August. I've done July, August, September. I've stayed till October, which is crazy. Amazing time to be there. Nobody's there, but the water's still beautiful. The weather's great. Mykonos has always been like, that was like my first time where I thought like I made it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm Greek, and there's this amazing club in Greece on a Greek island where the girls perform on the edge of a cliff with the Aegean Sea behind them. Every gay in the world is there cheering you on. I'm like, I need to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it was my dream. And when I did end up getting that call, it was such another story as well. I was with Peter Morales. We were on a beach. We were doing a tour, and I was like, God, Peter, I would love to go to Mykonos. That's all I want to do. Peter Morales owns Twist, and you're not gonna believe this. Thank God he was there, because he can vouch for me. My phone rang in that moment, and it was this guy who owned a club in Mykonos. He's like, "Hi, my name is Petros. I own this club. Would you be able to come to Mykonos for 3 months this summer?" And I'm like, let me just get back to you. Yes. And that was the first.
He's like, thank you for hearing my prayers.
I was like, I manifested that so hard. And so it happened. And then it's been 8 years that I've been going back, and I've worked at every club there. And Jackie O was like the pinnacle. And I made it to Jackie O, and I became like the show director there. I brought Juicy, and I brought some other girls from Miami, some of my drag family there. Kat's been there, Godfrey, and also some other European queens. It's been amazing. It's just such a great.
You had Lindsay Lohan there, right?
Lindsay Lohan. Oh my God. I think I take credit in reviving her career. I'm sorry. Like, that clip revived her career. I need to talk to Lindsay's people. We need to do something together.
I agree. All right. So you mentioned Juicy, and Juicy's on the show too,
yes,
which is great. You get to compete together. How is that?
Oh, it's great. I know. Just put this old bag next to the hottest dancing queen in the world. Like, yeah, I was excited to go.
Everyone is waiting to see if you two have to compete against each other.
I'm waiting to see that too. No, God, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But so we got the calls like within a minute of each other. Like, I got my call, and then I called Morphine, my other daughter, who's been on the show before me, and I was like, oh my God, they called me for Drag Race. And then she was getting a call from Juicy. Like, Juicy's calling me. I'm like, do you answer it? I don't gotta know. And then she merged the calls. We both got a call within like 5 minutes of each other. God. So we were just craving and gagging, and it's crazy because like initially, like if one or the other got it, you'd want to be like, congratulations, it's awesome, all hands on deck. But now like it went from congratulations to like, oh shit. Oh, sorry, I don't know if oh crap. You know?
I gotta dance against you.
Yeah, now it's like, I don't want to freaking compete against her. That's crazy. Yeah. But I understand television, and to be honest, being there, and I also knew Mia Starr. She's from South Florida as well. She's a good sister of mine. So I'm very blessed to have been on Drag Race with like two of my best friends. Yeah. Like I didn't go into it alone. I went into it looking across the room and seeing such a familiar face of somebody I love so much. And just having that was like worth it all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because some of the other girls are there brand new, and you have to make sisters on set. And I came in with some. So that was really a blessing.
To be with your friends is great. I'm sure it gives you a sense of comfort knowing people you're not alone. So what can you tell us about the show? What do we expect?
Only what you've seen. Only what you've seen. It's an amazing experience. RuPaul's just captivating as much as you see her on TV as she is in person. It's mind-blowing. It's really another world when you're there.
What can you tell us about the other girls?
The other girl, well, I love them all. We get along very well. Obviously, I'm the diva of the season, and everybody's,
Obviously. Who's your favorite?
My favorite out of all the girls, well, besides me and Juicy. Besides me and Juicy and me. I have too many. You can't ask me that. I love all of them.
Who's your least favorite?
Briar Blush, my arch nemesis. I could say that much. No, I really love her. We've become quite a mother-daughter kind of relationship. But The girls are wonderful. It's an older cast. I feel like they've shared a dressing room before. You know, they know how to work. They know how to do drag, like good drag. They are really the most talented divas I've ever worked with. And to share that high pressure cooker experience, it was just the best cast of girls I could have ever asked for. I'm glad they told me no for the past 13 years. So they could say yes to this season.
That's amazing. And you are in an amazing season. I also think it's funny that you're all like, oh, we're so old. We're over 30.
I did not perpetuate that. I'm not the one saying that. Everybody else is saying, grandma this, grandma that. I said, we're not doing that. And they're like, put your hand up. I'm like, ooh. But I'm like, I'm in my 30s. You know, I have this theory. Like if you're in your 30s, you're 30.
I agree.
Yeah. So like if you're 39.
I feel that way in my 50s. If you're in your 50s, you're 50.
Well, it gets better because like when you're in your 40s, when you hit 40, you're 35. You see?
Agreed.
So you just kind of.
These grinds are ages.
They're Athena Dion. It's Girl Math by Athena Dion. So follow me, kids. You'll learn how to stay young forever.
I love it. All right. So you are young and you're on national TV. You've always been a star here, but now you have a huge international platform. What's next for you?
You know, the sky's the limit. I've had so many dreams. RuPaul's Drag Race was always on my to-do list. You know what I mean? But it's not the end all be all. It's been such a huge door I've wanted to walk into, and I love every bit of it. But I just love being on TV. I really do. I love being on television. I love seeing myself back. I love having the cameras and the lights. It just does something to me. And I've always wanted to be on television since I was a child. Like my mother will tell you, I would pick up a microphone and a hairbrush or anything, and I would just host the family get-togethers all the time. So for me, I definitely see a lot of TV in my future. Right now, I'm doing a lot of traveling. The show's on, so you know, you do a tour of all the clubs that are wanting to see you and meet you, and I'm ready to meet America and the world and perform on every stage that wants me. You know, I have a lot of dreams coming up that I think I can see more clearly in my grasp right now, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm going to be, whether you like it or not, in your face for a while, okay? But I love it, and I love sharing the experience with everybody. The feedback has been great. Just doing stuff with the community like this is really great. I love the Miami community so much, and they've raised me to be this queen that I am, and I just want to be there as much as I can. I really do.
Well, thank you. You are a star, and I can't wait to see what's next for you.
Thank you.
So all you viewers, tune in. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18 airs on Friday nights, 8 o'clock, MTV. I think that's Paramount. I know, because I just bought it.
Exactly.
It's not free if you're not watching MTV, but it is worth it to watch Athena Dion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
We love you, and I want you to win.
Oh, I love you too. Me too.
Yay. Until next time, we'll be back with the voice of South Florida.